Okay, same problem of the week, I just changed the numbers. Okay, but the idea is that you get 400 calories from carbs, and the amount of calories you get from protein and from fat, that's a variable that can fluctuate. Okay, and actually I gotta change this. Yeah, let's change this to 2 times. Okay, so protein, fat, those are variables, those can fluctuate. The thing that's constant is calories from carbohydrates. So if we add those together, if you add calories that you get from carbohydrates, plus the calories you get from protein, plus the calories you get from fat, it's supposed to equal our prescribed diet of 2,200 calories. Okay? That's an equation that models the amount of calories from fat and from protein that we can get. Okay, there's an infinite amount of answers here. You could have just 1 calorie of protein and the rest fat to make up for the 2,200, or there could be any number in between. But Part B gives us an additional restriction. Part B says that protein needs to be double the amount of calories from fat. So to make an equation for that, I'm going to write this. It says protein is 2 times the amount of fat. Okay. And so, yeah, that's it for Part B. I made an equation. And Part C asks you to do like what we're doing in the textbook this week, to apply both of these and do a system of equations problem. Okay, here's the first equation we wrote. Here's the second equation we wrote. We're supposed to combine them in order to solve. So what you can do is I can copy down this first equation, but instead of P, I'm going to replace it with 2F, because P is the same thing as 2F. Protein is 2 times the amount of fat. Oops, I missed something. This is supposed to be, what did I do? Protein plus fat. I guess I messed something up when I tried to copy that down. Okay, so let me do that again, okay. So instead of protein, I'm putting 2F in its place, because protein is the same thing as 2 times F. And so now I've got something to solve, because 2F plus F makes 3F. And I can subtract that 400 from both sides like a regular old equation. And then to finish getting F by itself, I've got to divide 3 from both sides, because that's the opposite of multiplying by 3. So F is going to be 600. 600 calories from fat. That means protein is going to be 2 times 600. So protein is 1,200 calories. And in Part D, I'll leave that up to you, because I can't give away the answer there. But look, up here we have 2 variables because there's 2 letters. There's 2 numbers that can fluctuate depending on the constraints. If this is no longer a number and it becomes a letter, how many variables would we have?